Hello guys, Otakuman here and I'm back with another new video. Now this is a video about I'm gonna start with my hero what ifs again. You see my monetization have been turned off and I'm not getting a lot of views few days. So I guess I'm gonna start we're gonna start a new one. So here we go again. So this what if name is what if Izuku Midoriya was in the reverse world. Yes. What if Izuku Midoriya was or did he found himself in the reverse world? Our story starts as we see in the middle of a jungle that looked very dangerous, as it looked very sinister to from the outside. As we see in the middle of the jungle, there was a boy. He was shirtless and he had some pants on him. At least they did not turn off. As you might be thinking, what happened? Izuku Midoriya found himself in a jungle. It has been a year already. Yes, a year already, and he found himself in some kind of a jungle. It happened actually a year ago. How? Flashback. We see Izuku Midoriya coming back from his school. As middle school, everyone just mocked him. And yeah, yada, everything happened the same as you know. As we see, the sludger incident happened. All Might saved Izuku, but Izuku in this timeline did not clinch into All Might's leg, as he went on his path as he was about to reach home. But at that moment, some kind of black portal appeared, as it just sucked Izuku inside it. As we return to the present. So we can already say our boy found himself in a very tough situation. A year has already passed. Our boy does not know what to do at this point. I mean, he even doesn't know if he can survive this damn forest or not. But he can certainly say this forest is not normal. He has seen many different forests because some animal do possess quirks. So yeah, animals were pretty ruthless if you ask him. But this forest that he's in, he have never heard of this kind of forest where animals are so fucking mutated. Yes, he saw a fucking bear. Not just a normal bear. He saw a brown bear, but a very big brown bear. Our boy knew he fucked up there, but let's say he survived somehow. He survived, but there were many wounds on his body, scratches. Let's say he survived. Now, through surviving those forests, he actually received some kind of system. Yes, it was the blue interface that suddenly appeared in front of him. The blue interface had many different things like his name, race, strength, agility, and different things. He saw that every time he would encounter one of these creatures of this forest, or either a bear, he would receive few status points like you survived a bear, received 5 status point, and +2 intellect, +2 instincts, and many different things. Let's say he would even let's say make few skills up. So you can say this is how our boy has been living already. He is already pretty strong enough. He can literally took down a damn tree with his kick. So he's pretty strong. Our boy really say, even though a year has passed, he still does want to return. He does want to return to his home. As he, let's say, tried to finish the jungle, or let's say he tried to walk, and let's say tried to find the edge of the jungle, but the jungle seems like it was fucking endless. It was like the jungle was some kind of a maze, because every time he would leave a mark on one of the trees or anything, he wouldn't be able to find the trees, or either he would try to go to a different spot. He would always come onto the same spot. It's like the forest was keeping him in. So let's say our boy decided to embrace the fucking wildlife. Yeah. Now we come back to the present. As we see in the present, our boy was, let's say, farming. Yeah, you heard this fucking correctly. He was fucking farming. He has made many, let's say, weaker animals his companion. He would either talk to a few animals, let's say his companion were a rabbit couple. Yeah, you heard this damn right. They were some rabbit couple. He would talk to them to at least not to lose his sanity. He was getting insane day by day. I mean, he was talking to damn animals, and animals would sometimes, he would talk to him, or either they look at him weirdly, like what he's trying to say. But let's say they have created a communication method. They were able to communicate with each other in a way. At least Deku created a communication. Deku actually created a communication way how they would understand each other in a simple, basic way. Let's say the daily necessities, they really don't need it. I mean, Izuku, let's say he doesn't feel tired. Let's say every time he would fight a creature of that forest, he would find himself stronger than, let's say, the previous day. Every time he would encounter danger or he would escape near death, he would find himself becoming way stronger than before. Let's say one time he was about to die by a black panther. As you know what, our boy actually survived the black panther, and next day, yeah, our boy just killed the black panther right there. So his life was going pretty awesome. Now our boy actually unlocked something. Our boy unlocked the gacha feature from the interface that he received. Yes, there was a gacha phase unknown to him. Thus, in the gacha phase, he actually received something. Our boy's left eye, let's say, turned red as a weird kind of pattern suddenly appeared. Our boy looked at his eyes with curiosity as the eye looked like a clock. Now, as he was thinking, what the fuck are those eyes? As he looked at the system interface, as the eyes explained themselves. Eyes of the Time Emperor, as the eyes have the ability to literally, let's say, stop time, and let's say increase the user time or slow down the world for him. The eyes, the ability does not just stop there. He can, let's say, he can literally de-age and increase someone's age. He can even, let's say, the eyes potential is pretty much endless, as right now he doesn't possess the means to activate the eyes yet, but he was trying to activate it, and one time he was successful. Let's say for 3 minutes he is able to stop time. I mean, it's a fucking lot, who would say. He is able to also increase his speed, or let's say increase his body's time, making himself a bit older. Right now he looked 17. He has a very big muscle. Our boy, let's say, because of this reward, he was just thinking. He sometimes thinks about various things, like if he had this time related ability in his own home or his own world, what would have happened? Would he have been the number one hero, or would he be a very strong hero? Let's say his morals, I mean, he still believes in the heroes. He still does believe in heroes, and let's say he is not keen on letting the villains go. No, it's like with various things. Let's say if you are alone, you would think about various things. Like Izuku also thought about things like when heroes, let's say, put villain in prison. There are some villain who has influence in the government world, or let's say in the government. They would able to get out the day they got caught. Then what? They would cause more chaos, and where is the justice in that? So our boy have mixed feeling about the justice system in his world. So we can safely assume that our boy is not the weak, chronic kid that he was before. His mindset, even though it is same as the canon deku, but there is a bit modification to it. Unlike the canon deku would less hesitate, and he would try to talk the villain into surrendering and other things. But this deku, let's say, he wouldn't damn talk about anyone. He's gonna damn beat down on the villain. He would even cripple the villain if it needs to be. He can kill. He doesn't have an issue about killing people. I mean, living in a forest full of dangerous creatures that can kill you, having experienced near death every day, tends to make you pretty ruthless, you know. So as it was going on, another 3 years passed by. Right now, he should be 17, but he looked like he's 18 already. Heh. As he looked at his body more, as he also looked at the companion beside him, the rabbit. Yes, the rabbit people, as you would like to call them. They are monsters in their own way. I mean, they do eat flesh if the situation is apt to. Our boy has seen the rabbit couple that he raised have their own children, and let's say the children would also went to the forest and become adults themselves. They would leave their parents home, and would, let's say, the things weren't even getting that much. I mean, he was getting bored. He was, let's say, missing his mom. Yes, he every night he would sometimes cry. He wasn't able to even say goodbye to his mom when he disappeared from the world. He would cry himself to sleep every night, at least to feel, at least to memorize about Inko. Unknown to him, his memories are getting fuzzy every day by day. Him not having any human companion to be with made the animals that was around him his companion, the rabbit. Then he also made friends with a little bee that apparently turned into a queen bee, and damn, that bee was fucking adorable. You see, this was the queen bee, or this was the little poison bee that he had as he had as a new companion. The bee was damn cute, not gonna lie there. And let's say the bee also evolved itself into something different. 3 months later, the damn bee evolved herself into a queen bee, and let's say she was able to lay eggs. And damn, there were many poison bees, and they were all loyal to him. Let's see, he also has a few supplies of honey, so let's say he was in total alone in various different cases. Another year has passed. Izuku's life, it was getting more and more boring. Day by day, Izuku was getting stronger than normal people. Right now, he can stop time. He doesn't have to worry about time. He doesn't have to worry about how much time he can stop time. Time is his fucking bitch. I mean, he can stop time, reverse time. He can even literally de-age and accelerate someone age to the point where they are now full grown adult. He can also, let's say, through this he noticed something. His body did not age anymore. His body looked 17, like it was fucking stuck there. Sorry, his body looked like it was 18 and it was stuck there for permanently. His body's muscles, they were very hard, and there were various scars around his body. Experiencing near death, and let's say still trying to find himself to a path of home. A few days ago, he went to another gacha. Yes, the gacha that he has is very special. Like in some kind of special occasion, the gacha would return, or the gacha. I mean, he would able to spin the gacha. It's not like he actually spins the gacha every day. He would either receive useless items like the daily necessity for a human to live, clothes, and other different things. But today he decided to go for another roll, another gacha, and he received a grimoire. The grimoire was called Jutia, or pretty much the Solomon's grimoire. The grimoire had various different magics, especially devil magic and various dark spells. The book contained various spells like how to summon demon, how to make the demons do their own do his biddings, and various different spells. He also has a spell, necromancy spell, and various dark magic, dark arts, as he would like to emphasize as that. Sometime he would feel the book has his own mind, as the book would, let's say, always manifested around Izuku. It would always float beside him, as he would whenever he tried to use spells. He decided to one time use a spell from the Bell clan, or one of the 72 demons of the Hell Bell House. The power of destruction. Yes, the destruction that let's our boy caused was pity. It was very dangerous. It literally destroyed the forest to a very magnitude, like the forest had some kind of tsunami, or the forest was dead. Our boy Leslie looked at the power and said, "Damn, I'm powerful." Izuku could hear voice of the, let's say, the grimoire, as he would say it. Sometimes the voice would try to control him, let's say destroy everything around him. He did sometimes destroy everything around him, making a literally less undead army of monsters. But let's say through time, our boy was able to, let's say, control the book. Now the book was eternally loyal to him. Our boy was flipping through the grimoire as he was trying to find a spell, at least a spell to dimension travel. He found it. He found the spell to travel dimension. He knew it's a long run, but a man could only hope, right? As he did the spells and the calculation and everything, he was able to complete the spell. And you know what? A portal appeared, a dark portal, the same as the portal that, let's say, took our boy into the forest. As he went in the portal, at that very moment when he entered the portal, he felt his consciousness was splitting into half, as he was feeling like his body couldn't handle it, as he heard a little notification noise. Interface appear. Echo resistance. User has echo resistance max level. Our boy found himself in some kind of a beach. As he looked around, as he was thinking, I was able to get out as status. He called out as the interface appeared. As he looked at his name, race, and levels, his level was 200, and his strength is near around 150, agility 125, speed 200, and various other things is above 100. And his skills, there were various skill stats, sprint, and many other different skills to make him strong. As our boy looked at the other skill, like the eyes of the time emperor. As he looked at the left eye, it was still there. As he looked at himself in the water, his body did not change, it stayed the same. As he just sighed and said, "Hey Jutia, where are you?" As he tried to summon the book, as the book appeared, as the book also seemed livid for some reason, as our boy Lasse concluded a bit thing like the book was also confused. Our boy Dutty summoned the book and as he stayed, I gotta explore this place a bit. As he turned around, as he saw the buildings for the first time, let's say, he was emotional. He was emotional because the city, it was the same city as where he used to be. Tears was coming out of his eyes as this was not the tears of sadness. No, it was tears of happiness. This was Mr. Few. This was his home. He has finally returned home. He doesn't know. He knows 5 years or 6, 7, he doesn't give a shit. Few years have passed. He can now finally return home to his mother, to Inko, as he just ran. But to other people it seems like he just disappeared from that place. It's actually the opposite. He ran so fast that no human eye, or let's say enhanced human eye, could see where he was going. As he looked at the apartment complex that he used to live in before he stuck there. As he went to the 7th floor, as this was the appointed floor that he lived, his hands were shaking as he was excited and also scared at the same time. Would his mother accept him? Our boy just get himself together as he knocked the door. He heard a female voice, unknown female voice calling, "Coming!" As someone opened the door. It was a woman with green hair. Flickers are in her face as Izuku looked livid as this it he really could not speak anymore because the both of them were looking at each other. The girl's face was red as because the boy was pretty handsome in her opinion. I mean, even more handsome than any boys have she has ever seen. His face, it was more handsome than any model that she has ever seen on the internet. As she looked at him, as she said, "Ano, how may I help you, Mister?" As Izuku just looked at her as for a while, as his brain processed the information. As he said, "Oh no, sorry, I came into the wrong house, sorry." As he just went away. As let's say, Izumi just looked at the strange figure of a man, a strange figure of a handsome boy leave. As she was disappointed for some reason, as she could not get it why she was disappointed, but she could only assume that whatever. As she closed the door as she went to her own work. Izuku teleported from that place as he appeared into the roof of the apartment complex. As he stated, "It seems I'm not in my original world." As you conclude the information in his mind, the world has let's say the world has heroines. There are males with quirks. Yes, there was a quirk issue here still, but the problem was it was very different problem. The problem was in this world only females have quirk. It's a reverse world, as our main character concluded that theory. He somehow traveled into the reverse world as the grimoire gave a pulse of magic as our boy got it. His calculation went wrong. It's just they were a bit off. He need the spell. He cannot use the spell unless 15 years have passed. I mean, this was the downside of the damn spell. So he gotta accept the new reality a bit. Even if he returned to the old world, there is no guarantee that he can explain how did he return. But right now I need an identity, and how the fuck do I do that? As he was thinking about that matter, then he remembered there was something in the system. As he was searching his inventory, yes, he remembered he found something like a fake identity, something similar to that. And because of him being in a forest, there was no need for identity. I mean, there was no one in the damn forest other than monsters and other fucking bitches. I mean, other disgusting creatures. So that there was no need for that tool. As our main character was searching in his inventory, as he found it, as as he suddenly a key appeared. The key had a loot. Damn, the key was fucking awesome. That's why he did not sell the item. As this key has the ability to, let's say, create fake identities. At least that what he wanted here. As he pulls mana through the key. As the key was glowing golden, then he write his fake identity. His name was. He decided to go with a very different approach. His name, that was the biggest issue. What should he do? He cannot use his old name. I mean, Midoriya the Midoriya exists. What should he do? Dragneel? Nah, that sounds too fucking flashy. Hyudo? Nah, there might be a Hyudo exist as well. How would I damn explain that our family name is the fucking same? Let's say he went into a little bit of a different kind of a name. I mean, our boy was a little chuny by himself, so he decided to go on Leo Demon Heart. Yeah, the name was fucking badass. In his opinion, let's say that opinion, that is, as he named himself Leo Demon Heart. We're gonna call him Izuku still, but so don't mind it. We're gonna still call him Izuku. Leo Demon Heart we're gonna call him Leo Demon Heart from time to time. So yeah, we see after Izuku creating his fake identity, let's say there was also another function that he can give himself money. I mean, he was liking this key so far. As he made, damn, he let's say he took amount of money that can, let's say, if he does not want to work, if he let's say if he wants, he can literally sit through, and let's say he can literally spend his wealth for 75 years of his life, 75 years pretty much, without causing any problems for our boy. Yeah, you can say he has unlimited amount of money. As our main character was thinking, hey, if I remember correctly, wouldn't the government find it a bit suspicious? Let's see what happens. As our boy did not want to live in poverty. I mean, yes, he has lived in forest before, but he wanna have a little luxury before. He wanna live in luxury. So yeah, as we see, our boy doing his own thing pretty much. Our boy rented, or let's say he bought an apartment. Yes, he bought an apartment beside. He bought an apartment complex beside his mother's house. Yes, his mother and him were neighbors now. Now you might be thinking, he has so much money, why the fuck did he not buy a mansion? Let's say our boy, let's say, doesn't know anyone here just yet, so he decided to go for a little shorter route for now. He bought the apartment next door from Inko's house. As he went inside his house, he felt peace. As he went into the bed, as the bed was pretty soft, and said, "Damn, I miss this." As he lay down on the bed, as he felt peace. He did not felt whole peace, but it was still peace nonetheless. Our boy finally found peace that he always wanted. a place where he won't have to fight deadly monster. He have to survive every fucking single day. He doesn't have to experience near death every day. He had a smile on his face as he slept. Next day, our boy woke up gurgly as less he saw in the clock it was nearly 12 o'clock, damn it. He slept too much. As he got refreshed himself, as he decided, right now what I gotta do is enroll myself into UA if I'm UA. I mean, I still wanna be a hero. I mean, I gotta have to hypnotize few people for recommendation in UA or at least transfer in UA. I mean, I gotta hypnotize a very powerful influential people. So our boy went out. He locked his apartment door. As he was about to leave, he suddenly his eyes met with Inko. Now this was not the same Inko that he had before. This was the Inko when he was 5 year old. She was not fat here. Our boy looked at Inko for a while. As we see, Inko's eyes looked at Izuku as she also froze for a while as she kept looking at the teenager before her. No, a man before her, as he reminded her of Hisashi so much as she kept looking toward Izuku as she just come out of a trance, and she stated, hello, my name is Inku Midori, I live here. Oh, it seems you are my new neighbor, eh? As Izuku just did not find any word to say, but he decided to choke out few. Yes. Nice to meet you, ma'am. As he was about to say something, but he stopped as he said, my name is Leo Demon Heart. Oh, nice to meet you, Demon Heart son. No, just call me Leo. Okay, Leo son. As Izuku went away, he had nothing to talk to Inko. I mean, he just had conversation with his mom in this world. He wished he could apparently eat food made up by her hand. As we see, Izuku made his way to the as he made his way into the house of the R-rated hero Midnight. Yeah, you heard this damn right. He made his house at the house of Midnight. As you might be thinking, how the fuck did he know the address? He used his spell to locate at least a person that he knew. It seems that Midnight here is pretty much the same as the one that was in his world. I mean, there were many. The male hero in his world, let's say, they were all females. Let's say Shota Aizawa, or better known as Eraserhead, also is a female, or her name was Shota. I mean, it was still the same name, but she was still he was a she now. It was the only difference there. Our boy, let's say, went into midnight house as he knocked. Yes, our boy just knocked. As someone suddenly came then said, as she looked through the peeping hole, she really could not see who it was, but she could only say that it was a man. So she was in her guard. As she opened the door, without saying anything, our boy just literally pushed her in, as he just subdued her. Let's say she tried to use her, the gas she made from her body, the sleeping damn gas. Our boy took a smell of that, as his body was resisting. His body had god level resistance, so pretty much he ain't going to sleep. As Midnight just looked shocked. How can, as our boy said, I'm very sorry, you were one of my favorite, or let's say fantasy heroine. I mean, I always fantasize about you, but I gotta have to do it. I wanna be a hero. As just let's say he put his hand on her forehead, as a pulse of magic just released. as she was, let's say, she was trying to resist our boy, but she just stopped moving all around. As our boy just looked at her, said, "You okay now?" "Yes, master." As our boy just gave a sigh. As you know what to do, as he suddenly summoned the key once again. As he said, "I gotta modify my identity a bit more." As he modified his identity, that Midnight, he was a relative of Midnight, a distant relative that she always loved, and let's say, if anything goes around. So yeah, he just he modified his identity a bit more. As we see, Midnight returned to Midnight, just returned. Midnight had the same blank expression as she said, "It will be done, master." As she suddenly her eyes, the light in her eyes returned. As she looked at, Leo. "Oh, Leo, how are you? You're back after so long." As she suddenly hugged our boy. Our boy, let's say, having a human touch for the first time, melted in her embrace. As she said, "It's okay now. I guess you had a hard life." As he does not know what kind of fucked up modification he made. He doesn't even remember it, but he just, let's say, broke down in the damn embrace. As Midnight also hugged our boy. That night, let's say, our boy slept beside Midnight. They did not do any lewd stuff. I mean, they just slept together. It's just that we see Zuko wake up in the morning. It was 8. As Midnight also woke. As she said, I'm gonna do some paperwork for your transfer to you, and you know, me being a teacher there, you gotta have you apparently got a spot in." As our boy just nodded, "Thank you, Midnight." "Kare, call me Keima." As our boy just said, "Yeah, okay, Nemori Chan." So guys, we're gonna left off from here.